Alrighty, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. And if not, well, fuck you. What's up? Peter Gilmore here on a beautiful, not so hot Wednesday evening, almost Wednesday night here in the Northeast. Back again with another video right here on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there in my pants as well, down in the description box. Show your love and support to this channel and all my other channels as well. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell, treat it like it's your fucking biatch. Or the Reds. Or whatever. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, hit the bell, get notified, and hopefully you'll get notified. If not, then, oh well. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, got my good buddy, the Tribal Chief! The man, Nick Infante 92. What's up, Nick? How you doing, pal? As always, here in the chat. So, it is what it is. So, big ups to Nick. Nick's doing pretty good, as he says in the chat. Doing pretty good. Hope you had a great day, Nick. Waiting for Dynamite. Yep, Dynamite coming up in 45 minutes from now. Quake by the Lake. Nice name for a freaking show. But, you know, it's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So, should be an interesting night tonight. Lots of action tonight. We got Jade Cargill defending her TBS championship against Madison Rain. Like that. We got the Lucha Brothers, our good friends, Pentagon Zero Miedo and Bray Phoenix Animo, teaming up in a Lucha Libre style tornado tag team match against La Facción de Ignobles. That's Bruce and Andrade. That should be pretty fun. Let's see if you know, the Lucha Brothers masks come off, because I can tell you right now, at All Out, it's going to be a hair versus mask match with those two teams. But we'll see what happens with that tonight. Probably get more with the Undisputed Elite. Well, I guess you can't call them the Undisputed Elite anymore. With Adam Cole, baby! And Red Dragon, you know, our good friends Kyle O'Reilly, Auto Parts, and Bobby Fish Sticks. What happened last week when they turned on the Bucks and that idiot Brandon Cutler, but who cares about him? And then Hangman Adam Page came out, so there was a mini Hung Bucks reunion. So we'll see what's going to happen with that, leading into the Trios tournament whenever that starts. I'm hoping it would start tonight. I don't think it's starting tonight. It might start next week. But we'll see what happens with that. Still hope, I think Kenny's going to come back by then, but we'll see. What else we got? We got a coffin match between Darby Allin. Hi, how you doing? Against Brody King of the House of Black. Should be good. And which probably may not be the main event, for the interim AEW interim title, Jon Moxley takes on Le Champion, the Wizard, Chris Jericho, 2. So we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, we know who's going to win that. Most likely, Moxley. Most likely. I mean, looks like they're setting up Moxley Punk at Full Gear. So that's Full Gear 4 in November, because Punk ain't coming back anytime soon. So what happens? Oh, we already have somebody in place for Mox. Don't know who that is yet. I guess we're going to find out in the next couple weeks. And that's that. And some other good stuff tonight on Dynamite on TBS in about 44 minutes. So stay tuned. And later tonight will be your Dynamite review right here on the same channel. A little bit later tonight. But just wanted to come on here to right now and do a pretty quick, try to get quick, that's what she said, NXT review. So Right now is your late out-of-date NXT review for August the 9th, 2022. Don't forget, today is August the 10th, 2022. If you don't know what day it is, some of you don't know what day it is. You might be living in Japan. It's Friday. Japan, #1 forever, as Terry Funk would say. Good man. Good man. And that's all I gotta say about that. By the way, for those people in Cincinnati, how clean are your streets today? How about those New York Mets? 73 wins on the year. They're on pace to hit 100 or maybe more, the way they're going. 50 games left. They go 27-23. They could probably get 100 wins, which would be really nice, because we haven't seen 100 wins in a very long time. I think since the 2000 season, around there. Maybe past before that, maybe 86. But still, the Mets are red hot. Another 6-game winning streak. Right now, the 7.5 games up on those asshole Braves. We're playing Boston tonight. I hope they lose, but Boston couldn't even beat them last night. Assholes. Speaking of assholes, the Yankees couldn't even get a fucking run last night. They lost in 13 innings to the Seattle Mariners. 1-0. Stupid bonehead plays by the Yankees on the base pass could have won the game. Just shows you that the Yankees are getting exposed right now. Pitching staff is garbage right now, even though Garrett Cole pitched a great game against Luis Castillo yesterday. They're playing today. I don't even know what happened today, and I don't care. I really don't care what the Yankees do. They have a 10.5 game lead over the Blue Jays, but the way they're playing, they're not going to go anywhere in the playoffs. They're not going anywhere. And if they get to the World Series, you better hope they don't play the Mets. Or the Dodgers, for that matter. But I don't think they're going to get past the Astros in the playoffs. There's no way. No freaking way. I don't care if Judge and Stanton comes back. Nobody cares. They're not making it. They're not making the World Series. There's no way. But you never know in this wacky world of baseball. And it is what it is. Tomorrow night, preseason football starts. Week 1 of the preseason. Nobody cares about that, but just want to point that out. Giants and Jets in action. Forgot who they play, and I don't care. But Friday night, that's the night you want to watch some football. If you have the illegal cable like I do. No, not illegal. I have the San Francisco 49ers channel, so it is what it is. So, you get to watch the Niners! And Trey Lance and company play the Green Bay Packers with Rodgers and company. So we'll see what happens on Friday night with the Trey Lance experiment. Looks great in practice. Great. Mwah. Jimmy Garoppolo, who? Get that piece of shit out of here. But it is what it is. Also, some quick hockey news. Jacob Trouba is now the new captain of the Rangers? What? Jacob Trouba? I mean, are you serious? Jacob Trouba? I mean, he was a legend in the playoffs. I mean, come on. But you give him the captain? Nah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all from the Rangers organization. I do not like it. I would have gave it to Chris Kreider or Mika Zibanejad at least. But Trouba? That's a head scratcher. But they're going to go into the 2022-2023 season, October the 11th, against, guess who? The team that got beat in the Stanley Cup by the Colorado Avalanche. That's the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's the first game of the Rangers season at home at MSG, and I will be there, whether you like it or not. And I'm not showing pictures either, but it is what it is. So we'll see what happens with that, and we'll move on from there. All right, really quickly, we want to get to this review. All right, got my good buddy from the UK, Will Rally Sport Rally. How you doing there, mate? What's going on there in the UK? It's midnight. Shouldn't you be in bed, sir? I guess you're staying up for Dynamite and then waiting for my review, of course. But it is what it is. Like it. That's it. Alright. That's it. Alright, let's get into this review and let's not waste any more time because Dynamite's coming up in about a half hour. I'm not gonna go into like 6,000 comments, but it's fine. I just want to do it really quick. Then later on tonight for AEW, we go as long as we want. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so we start off NXT, and as always, it comes your way from Nickelodeon Studios at the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. And our commentary team, once again, the man that's married to Mackenzie Mitchell, that lucky bastard himself, Vic Joseph, and probably one of the best color commentators in the game right now, and that man is, it's not Pat McAfee, but it is Bad News Weed Barrett. And I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. Bullheimer. Oh, meat. Anyway, so we got that. Alright, so this is the go-home show before next week's Heat Wave event. So it should be pretty hot. No pun intended. Speaking of hot, it wasn't even hot here today. It was hot, but it wasn't that hot. I mean, I woke up, it was 90 degrees. I thought it was supposed to be 85. Weird, wacky weather here in the Northeast. Now it's 77 on a nice breeze, but in my house it feels like a sauna. What are you gonna do? Can't win. I can't win! And that's it. Alright, so we start off NXT with a recap of the Fatal 4-Way vacant women's tag team title match last week, which was won by Kaden Carter and Casey Catanzaro. So we'll see what happens with their reign as champs. And we'll get to them a little bit later. Then we get a Saturday Night's main event style promo package with a bunch of rapid fire interviews from everybody that's going to be on the show tonight. And every time they stop, they go like this, boom, they go to the next person. I'm like, what is this, TikTok? I mean, it was nice and all, it was kind of unique, but still, whatever. Alright, so we hear from Trick Williams, Wesley, Cora Jade, Zoey Stark, and hey, my cousin, hey, get in here, how you doing, my cousin, my cousin who gets you a chicken parmesan for $2. Tony D'Angelo, hey, paisan. So, we got that. We got all that and a bag of chips coming up on NXT. Alright, so we got all that. Then we go to the ring in the Capitol Wrestling Center for our very first match, which lasted 4 goddamn minutes. We had Kiana James, the accountant, Miss Tessmacher 2.0, taking on probably one of the hottest legs in wrestling, Nikita Lyons. Good lord. Nikita Lyons, because her thighs are like, ugh. I'd like to have her legs around, Jesus Christ. If her legs were wrapped around my dick, I don't think I'd be moving right now. Jesus Christ, she'd probably squeeze the life out of my dick. Holy crap. I mean, but it is what it is. I mean, Oscar does that on a nightly basis next to my girlfriend, but whatever. Not next to my girlfriend, I mean, you know what I mean. You perverts. Anyway. But I digress. Anyway, so we get to this match. It was okay. Nothing great. Get a quick promo from Nikita Lyons and Zoey Stark, talk about the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. We got that. They're going to be fighting on SmackDown this Friday night. I think it's this week or next week. I think they're fighting against Natalya and who's Natalya's partner? I forget. It's Sonya Deville. Who cares? So anyway, it felt like a squash match, but not as a squash match. But, Kiana James fights out of an early suplex, cranks on the arm, switches to the knee, the injured knee that Nikita had, gets crushed in the corner, and then Kiana takes back control on the floor for a whip into the steps. Ow! But Nikita fights back with a German suplex, and then kind of a nip up. She's big. She's fat. You know, can't do a really basic nip up. It is what it is. She still looks hot. Nikita gets to the ropes. They get back up. Nikita kicks her in the face with that cyclone kick of doom. Oh, that's a big kick. Somebody kicked you like that, good lord, you ain't getting up. But anyway, then she sets up the split splash. 1, 2, 3, she gets the win. That's it. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. So Nikita gets the win, and we'll see what happens with her as we move forward. See if her and Zoey can win the WWE Women's Tag Team belts. I don't think they will, but they'll probably get to the semis and lose to Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah. Or, actually, take that back. They will win the semis and go to the finals to face probably Bailey and my third wife, Io. Sky Kai. So we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright. Then, after the match, Gianna jumps Nikita from behind, hits her with that bag she had with her. I don't know what was in it. Probably a brick. Or something went in there. She laid her out, and like she's looking at Nikita. Nikita's like, and then she looks at her really weird, like, you bitch. So that feud, I guess, is going to continue on. I don't care. And we'll move on from there. Alright. Then we go to... Okay. Then we go to Roddy. Well, actually, we go to the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus, the NXT Tag Team Champions, with Apollo Crews, watching film with the, well, I was supposed to be the rest of Diamond Mine, but wasn't really anybody there besides the Creed brothers and Apollo. So they're watching film, and then Roddy barges in, and the Creed brothers are kind of pissed, like, where were you last week? And then Roddy's like, oh, I was just testing you, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then him and Apollo get into a war of words, and then we have a match coming up later in the night. It should be a pretty good match. We'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to another segment with Lash Legend talking to Malik Blade for some odd reason. They talk about how, and then Malik Blade like kind of interrupts what she was saying, talks about how amazing she was last week. You aren't that amazing, dude. She got beat by Alba Fire in like 3 minutes. I mean, come on, that's amazing. I don't know what you've been looking at, besides Mandy Rose's ass. Anyway, so blah blah blah. They go on and on, and then they just go back to the arena. I was like, okay, what's this segment about? Nobody cared. I didn't care about it, so I gave it 2 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, then we go to the rounds match between Wesley and Trick Williams. So it's basically, it started off as a boxing match, then evolved into a wrestling match. There's 6 rounds, 3 minutes each, and you have to win by pinfall, submission, or knockout. And you have to win 2 falls, so it's basically a 2 out of 3 falls match. Which, anyway, and you can get DQ'd instantly. So if you do not follow the rules, or you hit somebody with a chair, boom, the disqualified match ends automatically. So basically, for those of you who don't know, it's Heritage Cup rules from NXT UK. Why didn't they just say that on the program? I didn't hear it. So anyway, I don't know why they brought the boxing gloves out. That made no sense. Even though Trick Williams was doing the Muhammad Ali stuff. So anyway, round 1, really nothing happening. Actually, I'll take that back. Let me just look at my notes. Actually, round 2, we get a pinfall by... Trick Williams drops Wesley for the first fall at 57 seconds of the second round. So he's up 1 fall to none. So we go a couple more rounds. Whoops, I went past my notes. Damn it, computer. It is what it is. Alright, then we go to round, I think this was round 4. And Wesley gets the win with a fruit roll-up to tie it up at 1. Even though Williams' feet was on the ropes doing the pin. Where were you looking at, ref? So anyway, after that, Williams blasted with a left hand in between rounds, which doesn't count, because the round didn't start. Gets a near fall at the start of the 5th round. Then they keep going at it. But in the end, Lee fights back with some knees and a bulldog, but stops to grab a boxing glove and knocks Crick Williams the fuck out. And Wesley wins the round by knockout and the match 2 falls to 1. And that's it. Wasn't anything to write home about. So I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it for that. Alright. We got 28 minutes to AEW Dynamite! And this is what it is. Now I gotta close my window because I just yelled at my neighbors like looking at me like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? I'm doing a video. Leave me alone. My neighbors are from the Ukraine, so Slava Ukraine, of course. I haven't really heard much about the Ukraine war. Nothing really happening. Kind of been slow on the news from the war in Ukraine. It wasn't even a war. Just Ukraine kicking that Russian ass. You know what I mean? It was basically fucked Russia up. Russia, fucked Ukraine up. A couple of cities were bombed. A lot of people died, especially kids. Like, come on. And Putin just standing there, oh, I'm Vladimir Putin. Oh. And then Putin looks like a dick right now because, now that Sweden and Finland are part of NATO, he fucks around and goes more west. Russia's done. I don't care if China gets involved. Then that might be a problem, though, but, I still think NATO and the United States of America will kick their fucking asses. Because we're America. I guess it's also on, I don't know if they're part of NATO, but I guess it also is on the side of the United States. Japan! Number 1! Forever! They don't have the greatest military, because that's the United States. But they can always help us in case. I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Oh, my neck. My shoulder. Alright, so we got that. Alright, got a comment that came in from Nick. I heard WWE 2K23 has been officially confirmed. Yeah, I talked about that last night. Don't know what... Well, it's probably going to be for PlayStation 5, obviously. Don't know about PlayStation 4. That might be obsolete by next year. But, yeah, WWE 2K23 will be around. Hopefully we don't have a lot of glitches like the last few games have. And hopefully it's got good graphics, good gameplay like 2K22 is. But still, we'll see what happens. I don't know when it's coming out. They said fiscal year 2023, which could be any time, basically. I would think it's probably going to be between the spring and maybe the summer of 2023. So, save up your money for it if you want it. I'm getting the AEW game. That's going to be on PS4, PS5, Xbox, PC. It'll be good. The graphics don't look that great. The people saying the gameplay don't look that great either. You haven't played the game yet, morons. You think you're like, oh, the graphics suck. You haven't played the game yet. Play the game, then talk to me about how bad the game is. I still think it's going to be great. You can play as Owen Hart, which is great. You can play as Adam Cole, baby. Kenny. That's what I'm going to play with. I'm playing with Kenny, Adam Cole, and Owen Hart. I hope they have a creative wrestler mode. I don't think they do, but they should. Not to make myself and half the members of the Prophecy. Me, Nick, and Adam Cole, baby, will be trios champions. Or me and the Bucks, maybe. I don't know. The good Christian boys, they don't do that shit. Right on. Let me move on. Alright. So yeah, 2K23 coming out next year. Alright, back to NXT. Then we go to a segment with Chase U. What did I do? A diamond cutter. The U. So Andre Chase is talking to some woman. We don't know who she is at first, but it's Ariana Grace, Santino Marletta's daughter. Hot. Then another hottie, Thea Hale, comes in and finds out that Ariana Grace's face looks like somebody beat the fucking shit out of her. And find out that I don't know. I think it was Thea and Bodie Hayward were doing something on the university's campus, and a ball hit Ariana Grace in the eye. Was this Brady Bunch? Oh, my nose! Masha! Come on now. So anyway, Ariana wants revenge. So Mr. Chase makes the match. Well, you're not the booker. So Dia's like, no, I was just thinking about having, suing her for a loss. I'm like, Ariana's like, I just want to sue her. And then Chase goes into a rant about how this university solves things in the ring. And Dia's all excited, and she hugs Andre Chase, and he's like, oh shit! And he fucking falls over the place, and all the stuff on his desk fell. I'm like, this chick needs some less caffeine. Stop drinking the Xanax. But I digress. Thea Hale is just wacko. But still, it is what it is. Great to see Ariana Grace though. She looks, Santino, got that Italian blood in that chick. I tell you, Italians make good babies. Because we're good lovers, Come on. It is what it is. I'm not going to go where I was going to go, but it is what it is. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we got Carmelo Hayes in the ring, the North American champion. He complains about Nathan Frazier interrupting his open challenge last week, and then they had the match which Melo won, thanks to Giovanni Vinci, or Fabian Aichner. Speaking of him, he comes out, does the posing, stuff like that, and says he's going to take his title shot right now, but then he kind of backtracks and says, well, we're going to do it at Heat Wave next week instead. And then Carmelo's like, well, I was saving you from Ben Frazier. Blah, blah, blah. They get into a fight, and 3 referees have to stop it. So, yeah, next week, Giovanni Vinci versus Carmelo Hayes for the North American title. Is Giovanni going to win? Maybe. I don't think so, but we'll see. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. And we'll move on from there. Alright, then we get a video on Blood Breaker versus JD McDonough or Jordan Devlin. Basically, it was McDonough playing more mind games, promising to wreck Braun Breaker's arm, because he's a what did he call himself? The a surgeon in the ring or something like that. And then Braun is ready to hurt him, and then McDonough says, "Never bet against an ace." Are you trying to be Ace Austin? I mean, come on. I think Ace Austin might have a word with you there, Jordan Devlin. Because he is the ace of Impact Wrestling. Former X Division champion, now member of the Bullet Club, to sweep me for the love of God. I never thought that a guy like like Ace Austin would be in the Bullet Club. I never thought Chris Bay would be in the Bullet Club either. But I digress on that. And we'll move on. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, there we go once again. The Lash Legend still telling Malik Blade about her match last week against Alba Fire. And then Igor Sanofi comes in. And that ends that segment. Then we have another segment where they're all arguing. Then the Yes Boys, ooh, Pretty Deadly come in. And then later on, we're going to have a match with Pretty Deadly against Idris Anofe and Malik Blade. A ridiculous, boring match. But it's always great to see the Yes Boys, who are donned in purple. Not a great color, but still. Always nice to see the Yes Boys. One of my favorite tag teams in NXT right now. I mean, not all of wrestling, of course, but right now, Probably one of my favorite tag teams. Next to the Bucks, of course. But it is what it is, and that's that. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to Thea Hale and Ariana Grace. Nothing great. Kind of sloppy. Lasted almost 4 minutes. It ends with Ariana Grace hitting Wasteland. Remember that move by Bob News Wade Bennett, and Barry was like, "Oh, I know that move." So Ariana Grace hits Wasteland 1, 2, 3. She gets the win. So I gave it an 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it for that. And we'll move on from there. All right, then we go to Apollo Crews on his way to the ring. And then we look into his mind, or his mind's eye, or something like that. And then we see a green video showing Diamond Mine going down in the ring. It was just like a weird thing. I was like, what the hell is this? Who booked this? I don't know. I don't know what it was, but it is what it is. So I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a look back at last week's Falls Count Anywhere match with Solo Sikoa. We the ones. Put them up. Put them up, guys. We the ones, because that's what the prophecy is. We the ones, like the bloodline. Because we run this shit. But it is what it is. Alright, so Solo Sikoa and beating Von Wagner last week in that Falls Count Anywhere match. Then we find out some sad news that Solo Sikoa suffered a PCL injury. Oh, that hurts. Well, not as much as an ACL. Because if it was an ACL, he'd be out months. But he has a PCL injury, which is less severe. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. That sucks for him. But is that a storyline? I mean, I don't know if it's a real injury. It could be. But it could be a storyline injury, and then we'll see him on the main roster next to the Bloodline in like 4 to 6 weeks. We'll see. And then Cameron Grimes to the moon. Not so happy camper these days. Comes in to say congratulations, and, hopefully he gets better, blah, blah, blah. So Solo says he's coming for the North American title next week. How's that going to happen if you're out 4 to 6 weeks? But Cameron doesn't seem to like being compared to him. So this, I don't know what this gimmick is with Cameron. He's like a lost soul now. He's like, he didn't do it for his dad. And now Schism, Joe Gacy and the Dyad, or the Grizzled Young Veterans, are hounding him to join up with them. And I think he will be joining with them. So have a foursome with Joe Gacy, the Dyad, Jagger, and Fowler, whatever the names are, and then Cameron Grimes with probably a new look. I hope not. Please don't change his look. I know Stephanie and Hunter wanted to do that. I'm like, no. Let him be the hippie that he is. But it is what it is. I mean, it's not really Hunter's decision, because he's not the booker for NXT. It's Shawn Michaels. So, Mr. Hickenbottom, can you don't even think about changing his gimmick or his hair or his look? Please don't do that. It'll really upset me. Mr. Shawn Michaels. He didn't need Jannetty. Never did. Shawn Michaels never needed Marty Jannetty when he was in AWA and when he was in WWF at the time. Never needed Jannetty. He threw him out the window. He didn't need him. Jannetty tried to jump out the window to escape. Are you kidding me? Good old Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Legendary. That segment's legendary too. I knew he was going to do that. He didn't need Jannetty. One of my favorite segments. It is what it is. And that's that. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go back to the ring with Apollo Crews and Roddy. Pretty good match. Oh, almost 15 and a half minutes. Back and forth they went. They went to the outside. Roddy picks up Apollo and hits a... kind of hits like a back suplex on the apron. Ow! Then Roddy locks in the stronghold. Apollo got out of it. But we get near the end, and Roddy with another backbreaker is shrugged off. Apollo muscles him into a fireman's carry gutbuster, then finishes him off with that spine buster, if you will. Didn't look like a spine buster. Kind of like he picked him up and kind of flipped him a little bit. But anyway, Apollo gets the win, and commentary was saying it was match of the year. It was good, but not match of the year good for NXT purposes. But I mean, that's all I got to say about that. But still, pretty good match. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And we'll move on. Alright, then we got that Lash Legend, Malik Blade, and Idris Enofe. Ooh, this boy's pretty deadly segment. Then we go to another segment, another weird segment, with the big man, Sangha, who's going to be in a Bollywood movie soon. Who cares? I'm going to be in a Bollywood movie with the Soul Squishies. My name is Abu. No. Anyway, Sangha is trying to give a pep talk to the beautiful Spanish Italian women's team of Yulisa Leon and Valentina Falaz, giving them advice, and then Kaden Carter and Casey Catanzaro come in, the tag champs. It's like, we respect you, blah, blah, blah. We're not here to fight, but we'll offer you a title match, whatever that may be. So they leave, and then the ladies aren't sure about it, when then Sangha offers them next week to find their inner peace. I'm like, what are you, a guru? Pretty much. Pretty much, he looks like he's acting like a guru. Like one of those meditation gurus that you see on YouTube, and they look like they're 900 years old. There's like one guy I subscribe to, that's an Indian, like Gandhi guru. Not bald like Gandhi, but he talks about like depression and stuff like that. Very good. The guru, these Indian people, they knew that shit. I want you to get better. It's all in the mind. Okay. So we'll see what happens with that next week with Valentina Falaz and Yulisa Leon, two hot caliente women. Nice-ish, too. But that's it. So we'll see what happens with them if they can find their inner peace and their balance. Whatever that means. Alright, then we go back inside the Diamond Mine locker room. They're still watching film, this time with Damon Kemp with a laptop. Following Apollo Crews' suggestion, they see something they don't like in, I think their match with, the D'Angelo family. It's like a week or two ago. Roddy barges in again, starts yelling, like, why weren't you out there with me? And then Julius starts yelling at him, it's like, well, we were just testing you. Blah, blah, blah. Then he yells about someone getting involved in a big tag match last week, and is going to deal with them next week, whoever that would probably be. I think it might be Roddy, but I don't know. Roddy doesn't want to hear it, and then takes the laptop, breaks it apart. Damon Kemp's like, dude, that was a $1,300 laptop. $100 could pay for it. WWE got so much money, you can buy laptops like on a daily basis. But still, we'll see what happens with that. And I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the final accord between Santos Escobar and my cousin, my paisan, Tony D'Angelo. This outside some building, I don't know where that was. Then they sit down at a table to talk. They have the same argument they have had over the last couple weeks. Like, I can't work with you, you can't work with me, this is not going to work out. Something has to give here. So, basically saying, oh, you never accomplished anything, you haven't accomplished anything, stuff like that. So Santos offers one more match between the two of them. He says, Tony, if you win, I'm gone from NXT. I'm not coming back under a mask or anything like that. I was thinking that might happen, but I think he's going to the main roster. If you noticed, he looked very somber, like he knew he was going to the main roster. So, if Santos loses, he's gone from NXT. But if he wins, Legado del Fantasma is free from control by Tony D. So, Legado will be in full force once again in NXT. And we'll have to see what happens with that. So, Tony's like, you're on, but we got special rules for this match. It's going to be a street fight So we'll see what happens with that. I'm hoping Santos wins, but there's a good possibility he's going to the main roster, which I think will be great for him. As far as Legado goes, and Elektra Lopez, I would love to have them go all of them go up, but add another tag team to that weak as fuck tag team division. You want to do it, Hunter, so do it. Make Santos a great star on Raw. Let him go for the United States title, even though he's Mexican. But let him win the United States title. Get into some good feuds. And then have Legado, Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza go for the tag team titles. There's no tag teams that can go against the Usos right now. Besides, the Vicious Viking Raiders and the New Day. Nobody cares about them. Then you have Shanky and Jinder My Balls. I mean, who else you got? Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo? No. There is no tag team division in the men's and women's tag team division. There is none right now. Even if you have an 8-woman tag team tournament, you just put a few teams together. I still don't understand why Toxic Attraction is not in that tournament. Just me. But it is what it is. So next week, the final match between Santos Escobar and Tony D'Angelo. Tony wins. Santos is gone from NXT. And, well, I guess Legado will still be under his control. If Santos wins, Legado is free. So it should be a pretty damn good match at NXT Heatwave next week. And we move on from there. So I gave that 4 out of 5 stars. Great segment. Loved it. I don't really like the feud that much, but that segment was great. And it is what it is. And we'll move on. I'm about 7 minutes away, so I'm going to finish this really quick. Alright, then we go to a segment with Daddy's favorite girl, Daddy! Tiffany Stratton looking hot, as always. Goes into a locker room, and then Wendy, choo-choo, is waiting. She says, I've been waiting for you. Puts on her night vision goggles, turns the lights out, beats the fuck out of Tiffany Stratton. Then the lights come on. She's like, this is not over. I'm like, when is this gonna end? It feels like the Sonya Deville feud that lasted 6-7 months. I mean, how long has this been going on? For 3 months at least? 3 maybe, close to 3 months? I don't know how long, but it's been going on a few months. Stop! Please. Can we get a endgame here with these two? It's like the same thing with Lash Legend and Alba Fire. How many weeks are we going to go with this? Come on, Sean. Give us something new here. So anyway, I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to Malik Blade and Idris Enofe against the Yes Boys. Pretty deadly win with spilled milk. That finisher they hit. 4.5 minute match. Wasn't anything to write home about. Jensen and Briggs come out with Fallon Henley, not Don Henley's, Don Henley's daughter or anything like that. They come out, and I think Fallon got hit at the end of the match. Somewhere she got knocked down, and then Pretty Deadly beat the fuck out of the champs. That's it. So Pretty Deadly get the win. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. That's that. Then we go to the back. Cameron Grimes doesn't like being mocked for being knocked down during last week's main event. Schism comes in because he was about to go out the door, and then a security guard, I think he looked familiar. He's like, "Oh, you don't want to go there." So then Joe Gacy and Schism, Schism comes in, offers their condolences, and Grimes like, maybe I will take you up on that offer. Well, it doesn't say it, but it looks a little bit more interested. And we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we go to Nikita Lyons giving Zoey Stark a pep talk before her match with Corey Jade. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we get a nice video on Toxic Attraction, basically JC Jane going into a record store, looking at records like the Ramones and stuff. It's like I was born on rock and roll, and then we see Gigi at a bar drinking and then smashing the freaking thing. And then basically, Casey likes rock music. Gigi likes playing by her own rules. I bet you do. Let's guess that'll be that question. I don't know about that. She jumps on my dick every day. I'm so boring in the ring. Pretty much. So we got that. That was pretty nice. 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then Apollo is with Mackenzie Mitchell. He's happy with his win against Rowdy. And then, I did it. Grayson Waller, I did it for Bob Saget. Big ups to Eric Lima, by the way. So Grayson Waller comes in and asks, hey, why are you here? And then we have a match next week. There you go. No build, nothing. They're like, we're going to have a fight next week. Okay. It is what it is, and that's all I got to say about that. Alright, so I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the main event. Got 3 minutes left. I got to put Dynamite on before I forget. Ooh, Lucifer's on. Not that I watch it anymore. Alright, so we got 2.5 minutes left, so I'm going to get this done real quick. Alright, so we have Zoey Stark and Corey Jade with Mandy Rose looking hot on commentary. Pretty good back and forth match. Jade hits something like sliced bread for a near fall. She goes for the stick, but Roxy pops up out of nowhere and says, hey, that's my stick now. And then Zoey comes with a super kick right into the knee to face. I don't know what she calls that. I think it's like, I thought it would look like a reverse Go to Hell by Sammy Guevara. By the way, anybody watches the videos on his Instagram and Ty Conti's Instagram? They were singing Judas at their wedding. Nice. And those crazy kids. They're married now. They're probably having amazing sex on their honeymoon. I bet you pretty soon we're going to hear that Ty Conti's pregnant. Not that it will matter. They're happy, they're young, let them have 6,000 kids and break up. I don't think that marriage is going to last. I'm sorry, Sammy, I'm sorry, Ty. You're great and everything, but I don't think that's going to last. I just don't think it's going to last that long. That's all I got to say about that. And we'll move on from there. Alright, so she hits the knee to face. 1, 2, 3. She has to win in 11 minutes. Match was alright. 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Roxy comes in the ring and kind of corners Corey Jade with the stick. She goes to swing and miss, kind of like the New York Yankees. Missed horribly. Not once, but twice. And then she chases Corey Jade to the back. And then in the ring, Mandy tries to attack Zoey with the belt, but Zoey lays her out with a flipping knee, and Mandy goes down right on contact. Like, boom, done. And that ends the show. Zoey picks up the belt and holds it in the air. So we'll see what happens next week if Zoey can be the one to finally beat Mandy. I think she might, because Mandy might go back to main roster. But we'll see. And that's pretty much it. So, like I said, 2.5 out of 5 stars for the finish of the match. For the match itself. And my final rating for NXT 2.0, 6.25 out of 10 stars. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you to Nick, and thank you to Will Rowdy Sport Rally for coming in, and anybody else who came in. Thank you for the free views, assholes. And that's all I got to say about that. So I'm going to go watch Dynamite. It's about to start. And I will be back in a few hours on this channel for your AEW Dynamite review. And that's it. I'm going to hop over to Issa's live stream. So if you want to go there, go there. If not, then just watch Dynamite. So I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace, bitches.